Hello everyone, it's me, your friend, MrRay, and I'm back again, and today it's kind of a big announcement. I have been working on an experimental Discord. What do I mean by that? Well, the other day I was having a conversation with a very good friend of mine, Cammy. Big shout out to Cammy, thank you so much for making me aware of this. Most people that use Discord tend to use it in one way and for one thing. And it created an epiphany in my mind. Lightning struck, and I realised that what I had been trying to do with my Discord was actually not quite different, completely different from maybe any other kind of social Discord that you may have joined. Let me explain what I mean by this. Most people that use Discord are maybe like my friend Cammy. He's a gamer, and he uses the Discord to set up events and chat with other players about a specific game. There are other people that use it as a social Discord. Maybe they're into cartoons or certain kinds of movies, and they'll congregate there to talk about movies and those kinds of interests. But to tell you the truth, the way that it's used that interested me the most was when I first joined Discord. It was as a part of a D&D group. And there they use Discord quite differently. Rather than having a single room where people go and discuss everything, in the D&D servers what they do is they make many rooms, dozens and dozens in fact, and within those rooms characters can go and have specific conversations. For example, a courtyard or a dining hall or something along those lines, and they can have conversations. And what would happen is people that were playing in campaigns of their own would go into these rooms, find the characters that are members of their party or whatever, and read those stories. But what was really interesting to me was the way that the characters that had nothing to do with other people's campaign, you would get sucked into those stories, and you would end up reading about the characters, and it was like a giant collective fan fiction where everybody was contributing little bits of the story from each character's perspective, and it was like a really fascinating kind of thing to me. And when I started setting up my Discord, I had something in mind that I hadn't realised at the time was so radical, if you like. Because my thought was, if it works that way with fictional characters, and you can get involved in fictional characters and fictional storylines that have nothing to do with your party and your character, why wouldn't that work for real life people? And so what I've done is I have created a world in the same kind of way that D&D players create a world on their server. But rather than it being individual rooms that are all kind of sort of linked, in my Discord, each room has its own individual topic. Literally ranged on anything I can think of, from science to art, from philosophy to movies to cartoons to... There are too many categories to just list off the top of my head. And whatever your interest is, whatever it is, all you need to do is go into my Discord, and you will find an area which is pertaining to a topic of interest. And if you can't find something that you're interested in there, let me know what it is you're interested in, and I will add a category, because the entire point is that this Discord is I have created in order for people that have interests that they don't feel that others around them share, and they are that they would like to discuss but don't feel like they really get very much of an opportunity to do so. I want you to come and join my Discord, even if you're not interested in the channel, if you're not interested in a fan, and have a look through. And the way that I've set this up is so that it doesn't matter what kind of person you are, whether you're an extrovert and you're loud and you have no problem socialising with other people, or whether you're an introvert and you have absolutely no interest in talking to large groups of people whatsoever. It really doesn't matter. You can come in and you can ignore pretty much every single page on the thing. You'll receive no notifications. I've turned off all the notifications for the Discord because it's not that kind of Discord. It's not come in. You come in at your own leisure when you feel like you're wanting to like talk about something that you're interested in, and then you go to the section, and when you're in that section, you can contribute in any way you like, whether you want to like leave a link to something on YouTube that you found interesting that you would like to talk about with other people, or whether you would like to like leave a comment on something that's already there and start a discussion. However you would like to do it. And the thing is, what I'm hoping that this Discord page will eventually become is like a library of hobbies and interests and passions, but more than that, almost a library of people where when you go into a room, you'll know you'll be able to find things that you're interested in and leave comments on them and perhaps start a discussion. And ultimately what the goal of this page is to give people the opportunity to find like-minded people to discuss these things, and possibly even potentially one day end up making good friends. It's something that I've found from starting this channel. Some of the most unexpected friendships have blossomed out of nowhere. And I just want to give other people that opportunity to like meet people that they would have never had the opportunity to have met otherwise, and discuss things that they love and care about in a place that's safe and encouraging. There are social areas. If you are wanting to just like discuss with a large group or bring things to people's attentions, there are social areas. In fact, there are a few social areas because, like I say, I've set up my Discord to be suitable for literally all kinds of people. Whether you're, like I say, a libertarian who likes to say or think what they think without people shaking their finger, or whether you're possibly more sensitive to certain topics, or if you're easily triggered or upset, there are safe spaces and rooms for people like that, and there are places for the other kind that are more gregarious and outgoing. So if you're interested in any way in finding interesting, like-minded groups of people to discuss things that you can't really find people to discuss the topics that you're specifically interested in, then come to my page, check it out. I'll make you a full member, a Curious Guru in full standing, and at that point, it's up to you to peruse at your leisure. There is no pressure to contribute. There is no pressure to say anything. If you just want to scan through all the different things and see if any of them grab your interest or take your fancy, that's completely fine. Again, very experimental, completely different from anything that you may have seen. Don't be intimidated by the number of rooms. As I say, the point is to have a catalogue so that you can find maybe one or two maybe that you may be interested in. Maybe you might not be interested in 99% of the topics that are on offer, but if you find one or two that you're interested in, you want to check out, I have filled up these rooms with pertinent information, with with all things curious, as is the theme for both my channel and my Discord. It's what's curious, it's what's strange, and it's for those who have a passion and an interest for learning. And like I say, the underpinning thing for all of this, from the channel right through to the Discord, is giving people an opportunity to create bonds and make friends with people that they might never have otherwise have met. So, until everyone next time, I hope you have an amazing week. I'm really looking forward to seeing new people joining the curious world and watching it expand and grow. Like I say, incredibly experimental. So until next time, take care, stay curious, be your own gurus. Next time, friends.